Hey guys, it's your bud AVT Pro. So now I want to show you this new computer I just bought, and so I want you to get a good look at it, and I want to explain some of the reasoning. I hope you could see me. Try to clean off some of the area here, but I want to show you, this is my new iMac, and it's a 27-inch quad-core. I believe it's a 2.7, and one of the things I say believe it's a 2.7 because originally they do have a 3.4, and I didn't get that because I wanted to keep the price down. And what you see on this is, yes, it's a Mac, but it's actually it's a Mac, but it's actually it's an iMac here, and you notice the small footprint. There's not much. This is the whole computer, and it's a 27-inch, so it's a little smaller than my 30 inches. But I also have a another iMac in the other room, and it's 24 inches. And so the thing about it, I want to talk about two things. I know this is a short video, but it's just a 64-bit operating system, and the other one is 32-bit. So I installed, like, I think it's a XP on the other one, and so I wanted to run higher end Windows software, CAD software, different kinds of software, motion builder. There's no motion builder. I think Autodesk really dropped the ball because they did have a motion OS X version of motion builder, and so there is no motion builder on that. And it's because I use Maya motion builder. I have a motion capture system that I would need a higher end, a good processor for that. And so that was one of the core reasons I have it, and a couple of other pieces of specialty software that I can't mention right now. But one thing I want to show you, and you won't be able to see this, I actually had Best Buy install Windows 7 for me, and I paid them to do the install because I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to go into it, into the maintenance of it, but I found that it would probably been just as easy or even better for me to do it myself, because one thing that they did, and I don't know if you can see this, but, so I'm going to pick up the camera and see if I can bring it closer. Actually, let me just bring this over a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, and I hope this camera is not blurry, but if you look here, you will see that there is I don't know if I got this, but there is, can you see that? I don't have the focus, and I do have it on autofocus, but I actually have it partitioned into, and okay, that's gonna be it. I have it partitioned, and when you install Boot Camp onto this machine, it gives you an option. It's like, it probably says, I don't use Windows that much. I'm not going to be using it that much. I'm not going to need to install a lot of Windows software. So it'll only give you a 20 gig partition to run Windows software and to install the Windows operating system on it. And after that, there's not much space after that to use to install other software. So to me, it doesn't really make sense to have a partition that small. And so one thing that I told one of the younger guys at Best Buy, I said, hey, divide it evenly. And so now it's divided evenly, but they had only installed a 20 gig drive, and they had only installed a 20 gig partition, and that meant half of it, there was the regular Mac operating system, or HD, had like it's a terabyte drive on it, so it had like 900 gigabyte, and then a 20 gig partition, and that's not enough to install. I'm going to mainly use this machine to run Windows software. So this is basically going to be a Windows machine for me. Again, I wanted a small footprint, and it's already a Mac. I'm very familiar with a Mac, and then it's double purpose, and you know, I don't have to get too heavy into other things. So that's why it was really beneficial for me to do this as opposed to anything. It just kind of kept flowed in the suite of the things I'm doing. But that wasn't enough space to actually install it, and so I did tell the guy, one of the younger guys, and I guess they have a tech support bar back there, and they did a nice install. Everything worked, all the software that I wanted, it does work, but that was seen to be a problem. So I had to use this software called WinClone, and you can download it. It's free, and I had to change the size of the partition, and so it backs up your windows. Now I'm not gonna it backs up your window partition so that you can change the size for boot camp and then reinstall the Windows software or the Windows operating system partition back onto the boot camp partition. So it was easy to change the size right out from the front before I did that. But basically, I had wished that they had actually just did it. I'm not going to go back to them and complain about it, because for the trouble, it's just not worth it. And I resolved it quickly, even though I did pay them. You know, lesson learned. I won't be making that mistake again. So that's it. I think I ran out of time on this. Oh no, I'm still recording. So I just wanted to let you know that that's something to be concerned about when dealing with this kind of thing, and with Windows, and when getting WinClone. And so there's an option when you do the boot stamp, divide the drive evenly. So that's what I told them, to divide the partitions evenly. There's a button that says that on the boot camp partition, and so now I have 400 gigs for my boot camp partition, and 400 gigs, 400, it's actually like 450 each. So something similar to that. And so now I can do that, and so now I have Windows up, and everything is here. Here's Internet Explorer. Everything is basically, is that okay? So that's the case. And then so I have some of my software installed, and so basically I'm going to be using that in this capacity. So I wanted to let you know that you know, be mindful of when you do an install for that, how much drive space. I mean, 20 gigs pretty much makes no sense. So I would go 50 gigs or 100 gigs. Again, I have 400 and something, 450 gigs that I'm going to be using. I feel good about it because it is quick, it's snappy. It's a quad-core machine, and it's very snappy for some of the software that I am going to use. It rounds out my studio as far as the things I need. So, you know, I'm not going to get into Windows software that I don't need, but for the most part, 64-bit machines, it's like to be an animation studio, which is what I'm building here, that this is one of the things that round that out. And so it's playtime, y'all. It's game time. So I'm going for it, and you know, I'm just going to try to be as mindful and careful. I know that competition is ruthless and stuff like that. And, you know, and I tell you, I don't know what it is sometimes. But I could do a little thing and you know, I get nabbed on it. So I just starting out and stuff. So I had an experience. I am creating a new character. I'm also doing some other things. I'm going to be focusing on the house itself and the area. Like, this table is shaky, very shaky. I want a new table. My table's back there. Just my space in general I need to work on. So again, I wanted to share, again, nice small footprint, big machine. I probably will take this in the back room, but it feels good to be out here and it's very comfortable. So I might do some simpler things on a Mac operating system, stuff like writing and stuff like that, and then that'll get me out of the back room because it's some kind of hot out there, and I could be less on the internet with that, and then you know, it'll be good change for me. So again, mind you, I'm doing this to build an animation studio. It is not because I think these are cute or fun. I mean, they are cute, but it's not that I'm just, you know, just trying to buy, you know. So God bless you all. Love you all. Bye.